Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we're going to make a trap track in FL Studio with the new neon lights. So if you guys didn't know, we have what's called the Sounds Vault coming out really soon. It's basically a bank vault full of sounds and full of presets for FL Studio. So we're about to release the next FL Studio expansion called Neon Lights. In here we have so much stuff that I had to literally write it down because it's so much stuff. So firstly, in this pack, you're going to have 6.7 gigs worth of stuff. That's unzipped, I believe. It's 180 plus instruments, and I'll show you guys how they work currently. So you also get the samples for the instruments. So if you want to load these up in like a one-shot player or just mess with the one-shots, you guys have all the samples that go into the plugin. And now we could load up something like a pad, for example. I'm going to play a chord here. All right, so these sounds, I've sampled these from retro synth stuff you can't even buy offline, some of them. And I've sound designed on those synthesizers, and we really just grabbed the ear for the good sounds that came out of them. So there's 180 plus sounds. Not everything's from a retro analog, but primarily the cool sounds are from there. And what else? We have 180 plus sounds. You have 90 plus one shots. So if you guys want to do melodies, you have all the one shots from these instruments too. So really it's 90 plus 180 times 7, whatever the number that would be. Okay. And then you have I made some drums for this specific kit. And it also comes with FL Studio mixing plugins as well. So not only instrument plugins, but mixing plugins. All right. And it comes with thousands of Citrus presets that come from what's called the Yamaha DX7, which is a retro synthesizer. So there's a lot in this, so much that I'm just going to have to make videos after videos after videos because there's so much in here. But it's going to be a one-time price. If you go to busyworksbeats.com/sounds, you'll see a one-time price for the year. So basically, the Sounds Vault is $29.99 for the first year, $29.99 for the first year for early birds. And basically, any sound pack that I come out with, drum kit, preset kit, FL Studio expansion, it will be launched onto the Sounds Vault, and you'll have access to it. And I'm going to see how much stuff I can get in there for the first year. And then from there, we're going to keep adding and adding to it. So if you choose to continue after the first year, it's up to you. All right, so nextly, let's make some tracks here. So that's what's inside, but let's hear it. Got a cool rock vibe there. Nextly, let's load up some more pads so we could play some chords. And you could stack these up, so you could just drag these in. Let me think, what other pads? There's so many. Now this is cool because it has that analog thing to it. Travis Scott vibe. And it just sounds ready to go because that's what analog has for it. And it just has that special sound. Okay, so that's more of a Travis Scott vibe on that one. Let's keep it basic. Now let's add this lead in here. Okay, let's record that. A little slow on that slide at the end, but whatever. Now it has a vibe. I don't want to overfill the sound, but we could layer it. Let's add some really simple drums. Now the Sounds Vault also includes so much stuff. It's almost so much stuff that I'm gonna have to make different videos, but Neon Lights has its drum kit of its own, but the Sounds Vault currently has what's called the Beatmaker Blueprint in there, where it's 400 plus sounds, 400 drum sounds, I should say, for different genres. You have Billboard top song structures in there that I've mapped out in FL Studio project files for you. 500 one shots, 500 plus one shots. We have 140 MIDI plus MIDI and 120 Serum presets. That's in just the Beatmaker Blueprint. Neon Lights comes with bonus Yamaha DX7 patches and all the stuff I already told you guys about, the sound instruments and the mixer plugins, as well as its own drums and one shots. And then it comes with Vintage Fire, which is another 100 one shots. There's so many sounds in here that I'm going to have to I don't even know how we're going to tally all this up, but there's so many things. And plus the Ultimate Producer Stash, which is all of our project templates for FL Studio, which is a lot. Okay. And the Ultimate Producer bundles, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll have all the details at busyworksbeats.com/sounds. But again, it's so much stuff in here that it's half impossible to show you guys everything. Now we have that R&B vibe. Okay, so I sound designed all this stuff, and the kicks are hard. There's 808s in here that are just super hard. Here's my favorite one. It just hits in so many octaves that it's just tough. Let me turn off my velocity sensitivity here. Oops, wrong octave. This is without any plugins. The 808 just hits crazy hard. So there's so many sounds in here again that I'm just gonna have to make a huge list just to show you guys. So we made a quick little R&B track. There's also textured kicks in here. Now that kick comes alive because you can feel it. Now, again, there's so much to show you guys that I have to limit everything that I'm showing you, but understand there's way more than I'm actually showing you guys. Under the presets, if you go to Mixer Presets under Patcher, you can add these different plugins for vibe for your melodies and your entire beat. So anything labeled Beat Enhancer, Beat Goodizer, these are for your entire beat. So let's add these to the beat. Okay, so So that's the beat Gooderizer, and then you could also add beat Masterizer. Now here you want to turn down what's called the input gain most of the time. If you want to make your beats louder, that's a cool plugin for you. There's also something called the Super Compressor. It's a little more advanced, but basically it's a knob and then hard clipping. Again, if you want to see what's under the hood, just click on the map. But you still need to turn up the volume. So we're going to turn up what's called the output volume. So this is adding a texture to the sound. I'm going to add waves limiter just for the video's purposes. We also have plugins for your melody. So the melody already sounds good, but if you want to add like vibey stuff to your melody, you could add these plugins for vibe as well. It's subtle in that sound because it's just subtle, but try out different plugins and try them on your melodies. Let's use the stereo sound. So here's the Vibe plugin. Here's without. Here's with. Here's R&B machine. And again, these are just very subtle effects, most of them. But my favorite is called Wizard-Fi. So this is one of my favorites for melodies. Really, any knob can make it sound better. Let's solo the lead. Now we have like a Drake vibe. Now we got the Drake pocket. So we really power pack this so you guys can experiment and try to find a new sound from the sounds that I've curated for you. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/sounds to learn more about the Sounds Vault. Thank you guys for watching. It's Game from busyworksbeats.com. Peace.